Chioma was extremely loyal. Now, like on Twitter now, I read some comments and I'm just laughing and people saying, oh, just because she said you were insensitive, that was why you wanted to beat her. See, I don't hide my personality I don't hide myself to people. I say it as it is. I have what you call anger issue, right? If you aggravate me or you get me angry, you're going to see the worst side of me. Do you understand? So I made that clear. Don't piss me off. I will try my best. Because when you're working on yourself, it's not something you're really proud of, but that is who you are. Everybody has their demons that they deal with. Do you understand? For me, that is my problem. When I get angry, I might lose it. And at that moment, it's blood. I don't even know what I'm doing, right? So that is me. And the only way I've been able to manage that is to make sure I don't just step on your toes. Do you understand? I will stay on my own lane. Yeah. And even when you start pissing me off, I will constantly warn you, stop, please, because I don't want you to see that part of me that I myself am trying to deal with. Okay. So what played out in Dubai, half of it was not recorded. Yeah. So people don't really understand. That's why people are saying, oh, maybe Chioma is not loyal. Chioma is loyal. But a lot of things that happened, which I'm still going to talk about, right, was not shown on camera. It wasn't.
I think for me, like, I'm not gonna lie, seeing some of the comments and the way the situation has been interpreted is very hurtful for me. If you go back to my introduction into the Real Housewives, one thing that I said is I'm a very loyal friend. I'm a very loyal person. Like, I care more for my friends and my family than I care about myself. And I'm sure everybody on the show can testify to that. Even if somebody insults me, I don't even care. I can even be looking at you. But if you come for somebody that I care about, my friends or my family, you'll see a different side to me. So to sort of like get comments like, oh, she's not loyal is not true. I was extremely loyal to Carol. I mean, we just met. Yes, she'd come to her a couple times in the past, but like on the show, we just met properly and it wasn't that long. But even in the short space of time, I like to think that I was very loyal to CAROLYN right from the beginning. With every issue that she had with everyone, I was there for her. I blindly took her side with every single situation and every single scenario, And
now,
even the situation with IYABO.
Sorry to cut you in here. Now, Chioma, sorry to cut you in. I need to tell people why I say Chioma is loyal, right? There are a lot of things that happened off camera between her and people that I'm close to, right? And each time this issue comes up, I can remember there was a fight between CAROLYN and Tiana. I wasn't around. I was in London, then I went to Turkey. The first person I called after I heard about this was Chioma. And I'm like, Chioma, what is going on? I heard this and this and this that CAROLYN did. I don't like all these things. I don't want to be supporting someone that is having issues with someone I'm also close to. And she defended CAROLYN. Chioma defended CAROLYN. Chioma changed. She said, no, it's not like that. Don't say that. Don't judge so fast. Try and talk to CAROLYN. Yeah, aside of the story, try and know. I'm not supporting her, but I just need to, like, you understand what I'm saying? If it's someone that doesn't have CAROLYN's back. I don't know whether Chioma remembers this. I called you when I was in Turkey, right? Chioma could have said, yes, it's true. She even did that. Blah, 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 blah. You understand? The ladies, we have a way we can backbite about someone and still be cool with the person. You understand? She went all out. You understand? Like, even when I told Chioma that, Laura said she was going to slap CAROLYN, I was not expecting Chioma to say, I will slap her back. Yeah. That was when I knew that, Chioma like this CAROLYN, no. And whether we accept it or not, Chioma, out of all of them, Chioma was my first love on that show. So if Chioma had loved anyone, I would have reciprocated the same. So Chioma showed me how much she loved CAROLYN, and that was why I could love CAROLYN that much. I just need you guys to understand that part. So when I say Chioma was loyal, she was loyal because she is the reason why I started supporting CAROLYN. Do you get what I'm saying? Because she was always talking about CAROLYN, this, CAROLYN, that. No, I don't think so, blah, blah, blah. That's not even about what happened between them at the end. This is something that has been going on for 3 months.
I will tell you exactly why I was upset. on that day. Now, as Iyabo
Right.
pointed out, a lot of stuff is not shown on camera. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the majority of what happened that had to do with that fight was actually not on camera. And you guys only see sort of like snippets of the situation. And I'm sure when you watched it, it probably looked a bit disjointed, like, but they were
It
happy there,
was.
everybody was
Yes,
dancing.
it
So what
was.
happened? Why did she go from 0 to 100? Why is she bringing this up? It looked a bit random. And watching it back as a viewer, I can understand why it makes me look like I'm just coming out of the blue and, as they think, throwing somebody under the bus. But that is completely the opposite of what really happened. Now, first of all, when Iyabo and CAROLYN had that fight, it was very messy. I mean, it was horrible. Like, CAROLYN literally started coming after Iyabo, you know, insulting her, shouting at
She
her
she
over.
was raising her voice. We had an agreement that we were going to snub Laura if she starts a drama, because we noticed that Laura was making everything about her. She wanted to be the show, which was okay, but it was now becoming annoying because we actually wanted to have fun in Dubai, right? So we said to ourselves, if she comes on board and she starts with these her mood swings and all that, we'll just ignore her and not even talk to her or ask her what is wrong with her or anything, so that we can all have fun and not even talk about her. So when we got to Dubai, I got to Dubai before everyone. I was there like a week with my girlfriends and everything. So when I came to join them that day, because I was coming now, I was with my girlfriends for like a week. You know, the way girlfriends are, like 4 or 5 of us in an apartment. I was there with them, and then I'm coming to meet another set of ladies. I still came with that spirit, right? So when I got there and she was going on and on about her bracelet, blah blah blah, I totally had forgotten that, yeah, but now the camera is back on. Now you're back on the on the reality show, you know. I just went off on the normal girls talk, like, your bracelet, like, who got it for you? Was it your ex, like your ex-husband or your current boyfriend? Because the last time me and CAROLYN had a conversation, which was a week before then, she told me she was searching, right? So I didn't know that she had met a new man in 1 week. Do you understand? So I was a bit confused when she said her man, her man, her man. So I felt she was talking about her ex-husband, because, you know, she told me about him giving her a lot of gifts, buying her a lot of expensive things. So I just thought it was one of those bracelets. You understand, that he must have gotten her. I did not even, because I was a bit confused.
Sorry,
Maybe I
before you
shouldn't have asked on.
continue,
Yeah.
before you continue, you people have had this conversation of gifts in the previous, like in the past.
Yeah, she had told me that
Okay.
our ex-husband used to buy her a lot of expensive things. Do you understand? That he might not give her cash, but he was always buying her expensive things. We already had that conversation. Do you understand?
Okay.
That she's so not used to even asking men for things. You know, we had this girl talk conversation several times with CHIOMA there, and, you know, yes, because me, her, and CHIOMA, the 3 of us were very close. So each time we sit, we talk about this relationship thing and all that, you know? And the last time I and her spoke, she was like, she's looking for someone that will be, you know, like, now she, you know, she wants somebody who is more responsible and more this, more that. So I didn't know she had any serious relationship. Let me use that word. And, you know, for you to say my man means that you have a serious relationship. So I was confused when I asked that question, but I should not have asked that question on camera. But because, you understand, I was coming from, do you understand? I was coming from a place where I was with my girlfriends already. And, you know, girlfriends, the way we talk about anything. Even that was not the only, I even offended Tiana too. They just didn't show that part. I was asking Tiana, how is your banana? Do you understand? As in, how is your, I don't know if I can use the word. How is your oko? Do you understand? And Tina was like, on camera. So there was a lot of things I got there, I was just asking. You know, it took a while for me to say, Yabo, you are on camera. Oh, do you understand? I was like, hey.
Okay.
And immediately we left there, I went to, even on that same spot, they just didn't show that part. I said, oh, I'm sorry, because all of them looked at me like, Iyabo. I was like, oh, sorry. I forgot that I'm on camera. Hey, I'm sorry, CAROLYN. I hope you know that I didn't mean it in a bad way. She now said, oh, that she knows that it's just because she's upset. So, and I still went to meet her and CHIOMA in the room. Do you understand? And I was asking, I hope you're not upset. I feel so bad. I asked that on camera. I didn't mean it that way. I was just like, I was surprised. I didn't know that she was like, that is because she had not gisted me about it, that she understands that it's from the guy. We even joked. She even said, so I wish that thing, I was the one that stole it. I didn't know it was going to say, we'll buy me another one, because apparently she said her boyfriend said, a man said he was going to buy her another one. I was like, you see now, and you've been worried. You see now, he's going to buy you a better one. I said, if I had known, I would have just kept this thing to myself and said, I was lost. We even she said it jokingly, right? And we laughed about it. Like, you will steal it. Like we had a lengthy conversation. Me, her, and CHIOMA were laughing and joking about it until I decided to say, okay, let me just go and change, and because we had to go and take a nap so that we could get ready for the day.
Okay.
So that ended there, which was not a big deal, even though the show made it seem like it was an issue. And I was so shocked, even in her diary sections where she was talking about it. I was like, me and you had this conversation after this, and you never for once told me that you were angry or you felt a certain kind of way. Because it's a different thing if I ask you, which of your boyfriends bought it? Which of your boyfriends now can mean that I'm saying you have too many men in your life? Do you understand? I asked if it was your ex, because you told me your ex was giving you a lot of gifts, gave you a lot of gifts when you guys were together. Do you understand? So that was my take on that. So I never knew whether CAROLYN had any issues about that, because I went back to her in her room. We talked about it. Do you understand? I kept asking her about it, and she said she was fine. They took us to a villa, and in that villa had 5 rooms. We were 6 ladies. Tiana and I had to share one room, right? And every other person. See, I am the oldest. They actually came to ask me that, am I comfortable in sharing a room with Tiana? And because I didn't want the other ladies to have any issues. That's this me trying to be a big sis. Do you understand? I didn't want the other ladies to have any issues. I said, you know what? I would rather share a room with Tiana. She's my person. So that every other lady can have their own room. It is fine. Do you understand? I could easily have said, no. I want my own room too. And then there will be issues. But I didn't want that issue. So when we left there, because, that villa, they had a lot of restrictions. Tiana's husband came. Do you understand? So we had to move to the other apartment. And that apartment only had 3 rooms. 4 rooms. No, was it 4 or 3? 3 rooms. But each, apart from the master room, the other 2 rooms had double bed, and it was, so the other rooms had double bed. Yes, the other rooms had double bed, and so it was not going to be enough, because nobody wanted to share a room with Laura. It was remaining me, Tiana, CHIOMA, CAROLYN, and Laura. Laura had taken the room downstairs, and nobody wanted to go and share that room with her downstairs, right? So we only had 1 room with 2 beds. They had to get us on another apartment. But whatever apartment we were going to get, one of us still had to share. Do you understand? Because now we have 2 rooms, but in the 2 rooms, we had an extra bed. So the 2 rooms had extra bed, but nobody wanted to share with Laura. So Laura had a room to herself already. Now, it had only 1 room left that had 2 beds. And there were 4 other ladies, do you understand, that needed an apartment. So it was me, Tiana, CHIOMA, and CAROLYN. 4 of us, and we only had 2 beds. So they got another apartment for us. Tiana came to meet me, and she said they've gotten an apartment, but she's thinking maybe she should give the apartment to CHIOMA and CAROLYN, and then me and her share that 1 room that has 2 beds. I said it was fine. Then she said, but the only problem she has now is that her husband, where her husband is staying, is like 2 hours. He said, okay, I can leave this place for you and your husband, and I will go and get an apartment and stay somewhere else. And anytime they need me, I will come. She now said, no, that will be too stressful for me. That maybe she should talk to CHIOMA and CAROLYN. Since they are besties, they can share this room, right? And then she knows me, I'm comfortable with her husband. Her husband knows me already, so he'll be comfortable around me. The apartment where we are going to is also a 2-bedroom. She will stay with her husband in 1 room. I can stay in the other room. And then my PA that came with me can stay in the living room. which I felt, okay, it made sense because my PA had to be coming from a different place every day. I was spending money on transportation and where he was staying. So I said, okay, that will make sense, but talk to them because I don't want them to feel any kind of way. If they don't want to share this room, let them have that apartment. Don't worry about me. I will sort myself out. Now, she now said, okay, so she went to CAROLYN. I didn't know who she went to, but she came back and told me that they've agreed. And I said, who did you speak to? She said she spoke to CAROLYN
She went
about
to
it.
CAROLYN and told CAROLYN, yeah. And CAROLYN
Yes,
now
she
said,
went to
okay, she'll
CAROLYN.
talk to me. And CAROLYN told me, and I said, okay, no problem. Since her husband needs a place to stay, they can stay in that apartment, and then me and CAROLYN will just share the room. We both agreed.
Yeah.
You understand? And I also said that I know CHIOMA and CAROLYN will want to stay far away from each other because if Tiana has to go there with her husband and then maybe CHIOMA or CAROLYN has to go there, then it will not leave me or CHIOMA or me and CAROLYN to share a room. And I know CHIOMA and CAROLYN are like gist partners. They would always want to be together. Do you understand? So, but I just wanted them to be okay with that idea. And she came back to tell me they were okay. So everything was good. The show needed me. Yes, the show needed me to leave on time. Why? We were already planning on a blind date for CHIOMA. So they really didn't want me to roll with them, CHIOMA. Yes, even CHIOMA didn't know. They didn't want me to roll with CHIOMA. They wanted me to go with the other people so that they can have that conversation with me and then we can plan it before CHIOMA gets on board. Do you understand? So that was why I could. They had to send my friend because my friend was around, Sharon. They had to send Sharon to come and call me. So when I went out to Sharon, why are you shouting my name? I'm waiting for the chief. I said, but see, but they need you now. They said they're planning something. I said, oh. So I went back and I said, CHIOMA, CAROLYN, you guys should meet me there. I can't roll with you. I will roll with the other lady. So I left. Do you understand? So on getting there, along the line, I was in the party bus. Laura was there, I was there, Tiana was there, Miriam was there. And immediately we were in the party bus, no camera. Remember we had done my daughter's birthday party in Nigeria, right?
Yeah.
And she didn't stay for less than 5-10 minutes and she left. So I was already angry with her, right? So in the bus, she said, sis, I know that you're not happy with me because I left your daughter's party and all that. I shouldn't have done that. Your daughter came to my event. She stayed there for so long, so many hours, like she's sorry. But that day she was just not feeling cool because of everything that happened previous. Because that meeting was a day to my daughter's birthday party. That meeting that happened was a day to my daughter's birthday party. So that because of that, she wasn't happy. And I said, okay, no problem. And I said, the problem with me and you it's not the things that is your reactions. If you have a problem, let's talk about it. And when we talk about it, let it go and then let's move on. You can't be having problem with CHIOMA and CAROLYN every time. She said, I don't have any problem with CHIOMA. I said, okay, you don't have any problem with CHIOMA, but you have a problem with CAROLYN. I don't have any problem with CAROLYN until CAROLYN had to come and lie that she was pimped. I said, okay, so what do you want us to do? Because you're saying you want to be cool with me, but you're not cool with these other ladies. You guys are just going to put me in a spot where I don't like. Do you understand? Because I am cool with CHIOMA and I'm cool with CAROLYN. And it's either you allow us settle this issue between you people so that we can all be cool, or you just keep up with this, your drama, and leave me out of it because it's tiring. And she was like, she just needed to apologize to me about it and that she's upset with Tiana too. And Tiana went off. She was crying. Because there was no camera there. All this I'm telling you, there was no camera. Tiana got and she got upset. Tiana started crying. But by then we were already at the where the yacht was. We were already there. So Tiana got out from the bus. I had to tell Laura, go with Tiana. I don't want Tiana to go on the yacht with this kind of energy. It's her birthday thing. So go and sort it out with her. So she went. They came back, and then. That moment, I just felt sorry for Laura because of the way she was apologizing about everything. I just felt like, okay, you know what? Let me just take this girl. Let us so that we can all just have fun. Do you understand? And then when I get back to the hotel or to the villa, wherever we were, I would have that conversation with CHIOMA and CAROLYN. Do you understand? So let me just leave her. Because I am not a witch. Somebody cannot be apologizing, and I'll keep giving her attitude. Do you understand? And I told that day, I said, if you're cool, Laura, I will be cool with you. But if you bring this, your negative energy, I would diss you. Do you understand? I said it to her there. And then we got down, we went on the boat. I had the conversation with the crew about the planning of the blind date. There was an issue about that, so we had to scrap it so that we could, because we're losing day. Do you understand? We couldn't achieve that anymore. And that was why I had the scene where I had to speak to her about her love life and whether she was going to settle down. We had to use that to cover up, right? For whatever we were supposed to shoot.
Yeah, because
now,
because that makes sense. That makes sense now. All right. I was wondering why that scene. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Anytime you see us have a conversation, yeah?
Yeah, I was just going to ask, all these things relate to the fights with CAROLYN, with CHIOMA, right? Yes. That's what led to it.
Yes, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Yes. Now, remember, we had said we were going to ignore Laura, right? So CAROLYN and CHIOMA were not in the party bus when Laura had this lengthy conversation with me, Miriam, and Tiana. Do you understand? So now, when we got on the boat and they came, they saw that I was laughing with Laura. We were just chatting, right? Because I wanted Laura to feel comfortable, like, okay, I'm okay with you now. I don't have a problem with you. Do you understand? And I already told her not to have a problem with CHIOMA or CAROLYN so that we can all have fun because it's Tiana's birthday. Do you understand? So when CAROLYN came on board, I think CAROLYN was upset with the fact that she saw me relating with Laura. Do you understand? Wow. She was upset about that. Now, we had the both saying everything went fine. We left there. CAROLYN and CHIOMA, they came with CHIOMA's G-Wagon, so they left together. Do you understand? Because I remember when I got down from the boat, I was looking for both of them. They had gone. I think they were going somewhere else because they didn't go straight to the hotel. Do you understand? I had to leave in the party bus and Laura again and Miriam. Do you understand? And Laura was chipping into the conversation. She didn't go back with her. I think Miriam left with them, CHIOMA, because Miriam was not there. It was me, Tiana, and Laura. CHIOMA, Miriam was with you guys, Abby? You guys left with Miriam.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, because she wasn't there. It was just three of us. And Tiana and I were trying to, because Tiana and I had some issues, before the show. So we were talking about it again. We were revisiting those issues. Do you understand? When we got to the apartment, it was just me, Tiana, and Laura, and we're still having that same conversation that had nothing to do with the show. Because mostly when there's no camera, we girls, we gist, we talk. Do you understand? So we were just having our normal gist. And then CHIOMA and CAROLYN and Miriam walked in. Right? So obviously they met us gisting. We didn't stop our gist. We were still talking because it had nothing to do with the girls or the show. And then they went upstairs. I didn't know CAROLYN was upset. Do you understand? Because I expected her to have trusted me enough to know that I wouldn't throw out that the boss or gossip about her. Do you understand? So I did not, in my head, I was not having all those kind of feelings or idea. If I did, I would never have gone into that room to tell them, ladies, I'm going to bed. Good night, or bitches. I don't even know what line, but I know I went to tell them I was going to bed, right? So when I got there, after we were done, and they were supposed to move our things into the 2-bedroom apartment where Tiana's husband was supposed to come and meet us, I felt it was necessary for me to go upstairs to tell them I was going to bed, right? So I went upstairs. I said, ladies, bitches, I'm going to bed. Good night. And she didn't respond. CHIOMA said, okay, good night. She didn't respond. I was like, CAROLYN, what's up now? And she was like, what do you mean, what's up? What do you mean, what's up? You have a place that you're going to, you have a bed to yourself, a room to yourself. I don't have a room to myself. And you're coming telling me good night. And I'm like, chill. I thought Tiana had a conversation with you about you and CHIOMA sharing the other room. And she was like, is Tiana part of the production? Is Tiana the production? Why would Tiana be coming to have that conversation with me? Why can't the show tell me that? What the show told me was different. So and I said, okay. So I said, Tiana. I was calling Tiana. And I turned and I said, but come, you are raising your voice at me. And I don't appreciate the fact that you're raising your voice at me. I said, I will raise my voice. I will raise myself. You're so insensitive. You came to tell us that you are going to go and sleep. And you know that I said, CAROLYN, did you not tell Tiana that you were okay? She said initially she did. She did tell Tiana, but they told her that they were going to have that room. I said, so if they told you that, why didn't you tell me? Why are you raising your voice at me? She said, don't talk to me like that. You're not my mother. You're not my mother. You do too much. What is your own? own? What is your own self? And I said, Caroline, are you okay? You are raising your voice and you are getting mad. If you get mad, that is your business. I don't give a fuck. You can't do me. You think I fear you? I don't fear you. I don't send you. Who are you? And I was like, are you okay? She said, are you okay too? Are you normal? Are you normal too? Pardon me, I'm street. People should understand. Do you understand? The ghetto, the colo in me just switched. And when I switched from English to Yoruba, know that I'm not having it anymore with you. Do you understand? And I went straight to Yoruba. I said, I said back to you. Same to you. What is it? And I'm like, Tiana came in and Tiana was telling her, Caroline, calm down now, but I asked you, you said you were okay. Are you in the production? And who is she? Who is she to come and be telling me that she's going to sleep? And then I'm telling her my pain and she's telling me I'm raising up my voice. What if and Chioma was like, calm down. And she was like, but she said, Tiana said, well, you are raising up your voice. She said, but she's the one that first raised her voice. Chioma said, no, you're the one who first raised your voice. And why are you raising your voice? Calm down. And she's like, I don't care. Blah, blah, blah. And that moment, I felt like, okay, you want a fight. So I will give you the fight. Now we fight differently. Do you understand? We fight differently. Me, I don't know how to be rant. Me, I don't have time for this. I don't do girly fight. Do you understand? I don't have time for let's beat ourselves very well.
She said, if you want to fight, let's fight.
Do you understand? Let us beat ourselves very, very well. That is me. I'm not promoting violence, but that is me. We all have, my children are nothing like me. Do you understand? Even when my daughter comes to me, Mom, I say, Priscilla, I thank God you're nothing like me. Do you understand? But me, when I'm angry, this is me. This is me, and I cannot pretend. I cannot hide my character for anybody. If you piss me off, I will come for you. Bah. Do you understand? So that was what happened. She was going on and on. Now, trust me, the fact that she was going on and on was pissing me off. So it wasn't like she just said, you're insensitive, and I just wanted to jump her. No. She went on, and even though everybody was telling her, it's okay, calm down, she wasn't. What is she going to do? Who is she? What is she? Am I afraid of you? Blah, blah. And this is coming. If it was Laura that I had these issues with, I would be like, okay, maybe because Laura knows that I don't send her. But this is a girl that I sent. Do you understand? This is a girl that when the show wanted, like when she said she was going, everybody was tired. The show said she can go if she wants to go. I was the one that was begging for her. Do you understand? I was the one that was making excuses for her. Chioma was making excuses for her. I was making excuses for her. Do you understand? Even the day at the hotel, when they asked me that she said she was going, she was done with this show. After this, she's done. Do you understand? Chioma was like, yeah, but please try and talk to her. I've been talking to her. Maybe when you talk to her again, it wasn't my business. I could have said, whoa, just let her go. Do you understand? I still went ahead to talk to her. I still went ahead to explain to her why she needed to be on the show. Now, here it is. When I went to Caroline, I'm sorry I'm deviating, but I'll come back. When I went to Caroline to say, Caroline, she was rude to me initially when I called her. Chioma, you were there. Can you remember? You're the one that told her, why are you being rude to IYABO? Do you remember? When I went to meet her to say, Caroline, can I have a conversation with you?
Shoot.
Yes. She said, no, I don't want to have a conversation. I don't want to have a conversation. I want to go home. I'm not having a conversation. I'm done. And I was like, the way she snapped at me, I don't like when people shout on me because I will not shout on you for no reason. Do you understand? So immediately she shouted and people were there. I felt a little bit embarrassed. Do you understand? And I turned my back. And Chioma told her that, no, you shouldn't have done. I said the way you raised your voice. She knocked me and said, yeah, but I'm sorry I raised my voice. That's the way I am when I'm upset. Please forgive me. Oh yeah, come, let's talk. It was just that the cloth was just too tight. Come on, help me. Oh yeah, Chioma, help me lose it a bit. Oh yeah, come, let's talk. Fine. I accepted it and I sat down with her. I could have easily said, no, I don't want to have a conversation with you anymore because I was already upset with her. Do you understand? But I did have that conversation with her. Now, in that same spot, I asked her, Caroline, the show has constantly complained about you. What is the problem? They say you're so rude to your crew members, people that you're frustrating them. I don't like the fact that you're coming to complain about you every time to me. I need to be like I'm indulging you. Do you understand? I don't like it. What is your problem with the show? Let us finish this thing. You signed the contract. You knew about everything. You read the contract now. She now said, no, the problem she had was that she told them on the show that she didn't want Tiana on that show. Now, that took me aback. I was like, Blatu Jassi. You didn't want Tiana on the show. Tiana is my own friend, though. How would you not want Tiana on the show? And then me and you be cool. That would be another problem. Oh. Don't let us bring that one up. I said, no, she has a reason. Tiana was part of the reason why her husband beat her. Tiana was part of the reason why she left her marriage. Blah, 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 blah. Then she went on and on and on and on and on and on about Tiana. I had to call the head production team that, please come, ma. We need you here. There's another problem. I was thinking it was this problem, but we have met another problem. So we had that conversation before we went to Dubai. Do you understand? We had that conversation. Yeah. Now, right there and there, I was begging her. And then she told me, Tiana does not like anybody. Even you, Tiana has gossip about you to me. I said, it's not possible for Tiana to gossip about me to you. She showed me a conversation. That was why me and Tiana had we had a little fight. Do you understand? That we brought on social media. Do you understand? That was why me and Tiana had a fight. She showed me her conversation, her conversation with Tiana about me and about CHIOMA. She showed it to me right there and there. But I had to be the bigger person. Because if I had allowed
me and the things she said about IYABO.
if I allowed that to get the better part of me, Tiana and I would have had a terrible fight. Do you understand? And it would have affected the show because we had limited time to record. So when I saw that, the team called me immediately. They started begging me, IYABO, please, whatever she showed you, just accept that it's not that way. Just please, we need you to be, because I had my daughter's birthday to do. And they wanted that meeting. That meeting, they wanted it so bad. And I had my daughter's birthday. That meeting was recorded the day before my daughter's birthday. And they knew that I was going to go off because I was angry at Tiana. When I read that, I would not lie, I was mad. And then they kept telling me to please calm down. And I felt like, you know what? Let me just be the bigger person and calm down. Okay, no. The next day was when we went to Miriam's house. Do you understand? So I had to calm down. I knew I had my daughter's birthday. We had Miriam's. I know we had not even thought about the meeting. It was my daughter's birthday. It was Miriam's house, then my daughter's birthday. Right? Okay. So I just said, okay, you know what? If I get this angry, I know I will not show up at Miriam's house. Miriam will not get what is pissing me off. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it will not be good. So let me just suck whatever it is I heard or read on Carolyn's phone and go to Miriam's house. That's why when I was there, everything I was doing there, I will not lie, that's the first time I pretended to be cool with somebody I wasn't cool with. Do you understand? That was the first time because they even made me go pick Tiana at home. And this is somebody everybody knew on the team that I was angry at. Tiana didn't know what was pissing me off because I had not confronted her. But I had to just, listen to the team and go pick Tiana up. And then we got to Miriam's house.
Is that why you were so quiet that day? Because even I didn't know all
Yes. So I was so quiet. Now, when CHIOMA and CAROLYN now came late, all that thing I was doing on that table, I was trying. Do you understand? Because I didn't want it to be a transfer of aggression. Do you understand? So that was why I told CHIOMA, next time don't come late. Do you understand? Because I was just, because you see, let me tell you something. Okay, even though it's a reality show, if I get angry, we will not be able to record anything. And if they're going to record, there will be a delay. And trust me, when my head hits the floor, when I'm mad, I will not stay to record anything. I will take everything off and I'll get the hell out of there. That is me. Do you understand? So I knew that it was either I decided to be the bigger person or I go off. And if I wanted to go off on Tiana, I didn't want it to be on camera. Do you understand? So I can really vent. Do you get me? So when I went there that day, I was not in a really good mood, but I had to pretend. That was why if you go and watch the karaoke scene, I was seated.
You didn't pretend.
CHIOMA had to force me to even sing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I have a lounge where we do karaoke every Sunday. I am a karaoke fan. I am one of the associations of the karaoke members in Nigeria. I can't see karaoke and not jump at it. Do you understand? But that day, I was in a terrible mood. Do you understand? Now, all this happened, and then we now had to go to Dubai. We had to do the cultural thing. Do you understand? Yes. Even the cultural thing, they did not tell me that it was Tiana Austin. They didn't tell me it was Tiana Austin. I got there and found out it was Tiana. And because the team knew that I was angry. Do you understand? But I had to also be a bigger person. Okay. Because at the same time, I know she's upset with Tiana. If I start fighting Tiana, CAROLYN will join and it will be like we are teaming against Tiana. Do you understand? So I had to just pretend to be okay. And then I fell sick. Do you understand? In between when we were shooting that what's it called? That cultural dating. I was very sick. I was very, very sick, but I had to just go because the team will not understand that because I'm sick. They will think maybe because I have an issue with Tiana. Do you understand? So I had to go. So everything I was doing, I was just managing to do it because CAROLYN already showed me that text, and that text didn't leave my head. I don't want to talk about the text now because me and Tiana, we've made up, but I'm bringing it in so that you people know where I'm coming from with CAROLYN. Do you understand?
Okay. Yeah.
So now, this is you now raising your voice at me, insulting me. Do you understand? Throwing tantrums. If you see, I also, like I'm telling you, I had transfer aggression, right? But I controlled it. If you have a transfer aggression and they're telling you, okay, you've experienced yourself, calm down, aren't you going to keep quiet?
I don't want you to get upset again.
No, I will get upset because people don't understand what happened. They just felt she said you're insensitive, and the next thing I want to beat her. No, she was using her voice. So say, why are you? What are you going to do? Yeah, you're not my mother. Go. What is it? Leave me alone. You know, like I was like, where is all this noise coming from? Where is all this anger coming from? I didn't even know then that she was upset that I spoke to Laura. I didn't know. I just felt like there was more to this issue. And I wanted to know what was it. Because at that moment, I felt so broken. I was angry. And I moved. Because let me tell you something.